exactly when the music stops. I can't hear the music.
I can't hear the music either. When's the rain going to stop, more importantly?
I know. Hello. It's been wet again, hasn't it?
Yeah, but it's lovely in between the really wet bits.
It's July. It should be nice and summery.
Well, everybody keeps telling me the summer's by because we've hit the solstice, so the summer's by. But I think of July and August as being summer. It's not autumn.
Can we do the co-op first? Because that machine's going to blow up again. I've done a couple of videos today. We've done a little bit of a tour around a business, and we did another little tour around another business. And just as I was editing them last night, that machine blew up. So we'll mention the co-op first.
Okay.
And then if it blows up, it won't physically blow up, I hope. But anyway, the co-op are now doing a click and collect. So you can go in on your computer and you can go to coop.co.uk/shop, put in the co-op's postcode, that one there, KA278AG, and you can order your stuff online to collect. There is obviously still a delivery service, but that's a collection service. There's more online, I think, on the Big Co-op's Facebook page, and if I can, I'll screen capture the image that Liz has sent me this morning and pop it on. Been a bit busy this morning, I don't know why. Just not. We normally sit down for about an hour and just go through what we've been doing, but we've actually just about run out of time today. I don't know why.
Well, I was tired this morning because I was up in the middle of the night taking the gazebo down because I was
too busy
worried it was
making
going to blow away.
I was too busy making my iced coffee.
No, I don't like iced coffee. Sorry.
Miserable.
Not my thing.
Right, okay. Biggest news of the week. My mum is in the banner.
Yay!
20 years ago, obviously. But anyway, just saw that just 10 minutes ago, so that was nice.
It's good when it's a nice thing you find. Sometimes there's a wee bit of trepidation.
My mum was never involved.
When you open up the banner and think 20 years ago what's going to be there.
My mother wasn't involved in anything sordid. My dad maybe, but not my mum.
I was thinking more from the photographs. Some of the photographs were...
Yeah, okay, maybe. Maybe. Right. What we got, Heather, apart from the weather?
Since we did mention the co-op, just when we're on it, the co-op awards, that was a really nice thing they did. They asked for people that had, had gone above and beyond the call of duty, and they came up with 4 names who all got a voucher for 25 quid. And I think it was really nice the way everybody was kind of coming up with the same names, actually, a lot of the time. Nikki Summer got it for doing her story time, which was amazing, actually.
Did we not get a co-op award?
No, we get our divvy. That's our award.
Is it?
Barb got it for her masks, Ian Staples, and Big Davy for, well, he went way above and beyond, just carting a barrel all around the island.
I suppose you can't put yourself into that category.
That was quite incredible.
Okay.
That was good.
Right. So, that was good. Doesn't stop us doing something at the end of the year, I don't think. I've still got something in mind to do for the end of the year.
Well, we talked about that in one of our first
I
programs. I think that's still on the cards.
Yeah, I think it is. I think we'll just have to push it a bit further ourselves. This is what you have to do on it, and you have to not only give the idea out there, but I think you have to keep going at it and pushing people into it. And then if they still haven't got it by then you literally have to throw it in their face and say, this is happening. So I think that's the way you have to do things. But anyway. There's a nightjar report in the back of the bird report, and I've got a little pet grievance against this.
Oh.
Well, nightjars are not common on Arran, but I was driving over the Bodley it must have been 1996, and I saw one because they're very scimitar-shaped things flying around. And I reported it to a member of the Arran Bird Group, who then said to me, it wasn't a nightjar. And I said, well, how do you know? And he said, because none of us saw it. So you have to be a member of the Arran Bird Group to report a bird. That was back in the 90s. It might have changed now. But, I mean, I'm no Bill Oddie, but I know my birds. Feathered. So, anyway, that was my little grievance. But there has been a resurgence.
Is there a picture of one in the banner?
Yeah, just sitting on a nest. But, yeah, they've got a very unique flying pattern, if you will. While you're looking at nightjars...
Okay.
Are we going to do CalMac and get that one out of the way again?
Get it out of the way, yeah, let's do it.
Get all the usual ones out of the way.
Every week we say, let's try
Right,
Just talk about this, but it has to be addressed.
Yeah, the big issue at the moment, this week's big issue, has been highlighted to us that this 2-week booking reservation system isn't helping people coming over for 2 weeks. So if you are coming here for 2 weeks and you book your ferry the week before that 2 weeks starts, you cannot book the return until it's 14 days before you return. So you can't book your return till you get on the island, which is a ridiculous situation. I don't know what the logic is behind that. There doesn't seem to be any. But that's as it stands. I think yesterday I had no idea whether it's been pulled up or highlighted or anything else. But if you're coming here for a length of time, more than 2 weeks, then because at the moment you can't book more than 2 weeks in advance, if your return trip is beyond that time, then you'll have to book it when you're actually on the island. And similarly, I would imagine it happens the other way around as well.
Well, the other thing is that people are finding they're having to, if they're doing it online or the phone, they're having to wait for quite a long time. Although I've heard mixed reports on this. Some people have said they got through quite quickly and it was lovely, and the staff have been fantastic at the ferry terminal.
Yeah.
If you go in,
Oh,
I think they're lovely.
Let's put all that one to bed as well. Most of the people don't have any grievances at all with the local staff. It's the management of the timetables and the schedules that's causing the problem.
The online booking thing seems to be crashing. You get to a certain point and then it crashes.
Yeah.
And as you say, people are losing bookings because they can't book the return journey when they need it because it's gone over the 2 weeks.
I've spoken to a lot of people this week, as you know, because we put that thing on the What's Happening on our Facebook page earlier on in the week. We got quite a lot of response to that people were just not going to bother with all this, not sure what's happening, not sure what timetables are running, not sure what boats are running, not sure what scheduling is running for bookings. So it's got to the point now, I think people are just saying, look, we're just going to get the Lake District, or we'll just go up to Loch Lomond, or we'll do something a bit more that doesn't involve an extra worry for us. We've had enough worries at the moment. Let's not have anything else. And I think that's it's just not very helpful from CalMac to sort of muddy all this up with a very obscure timetable and booking system.
There's such a short season left, if there's any season left, that a lot of the businesses really need to make the most of it. So it needs to be more accommodating for things like that. If you're going to make a booking, you need to be able to do that. I mean, the word that everyone's saying is you book the ferry first before you book accommodation. But if you can't book a definite coming back date, then that's really going to be a problem.
That's Jane from the PhD saying we can't get our chef over for a planning meeting as he can't get a ferry for 2 weeks. So and this is the situation.
And I know View Bank lost a booking. I mean, they were upset about that because of the similar thing.
Yeah, no, we've had lots of conversations. I think Heather and I, me maybe a bit more because Heather's been at work this week, but round and about talking to shop owners and people that you recognise are coming up for the season or for a holiday now, and they've had massive problems. But there are signs that there are some tourists on the island now. I can always tell because of the cars. There's been quite a few flash Porsches, and I presume I'm making a very generalised assumption here, but I presume this is quite a few homeowners, second holiday owners coming over.
Probably,
just to check their properties out, so which is fair enough. But
I mean, I've been open. Well, this Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I was open. It's mainly picture framing I'm doing, and it's local people I've had, so I can't really say there's a load of tourists making their way up in the blizzard rain.
One thing that you can do though, if you do come over, and that is thankfully the gardens, the NTS gardens are open again now, so you can come and walk around the castle.
Has the grass been cut?
I don't know. I haven't been up there yet. I haven't been up there yet.
You've been making spiders homeless, haven't you?
Yeah, we've been cleaning the shop out. Yeah. Ingrid and I are having a spider competition at the moment. So you can give each other more frights with spiders. But the castle gardens are open. I think the wall garden's included in all that. So it's just the castle itself isn't open. Obviously, all the walks and the trails, you can do that as well, around and about. Mick is saying we went to Ardrossan office on Tuesday and we came over on Thursday and even got home the same day. You went to the Ardrossan office on Tuesday and came over Thursday. Mick lives in Ardrossan. So he was in the Ardrossan terminal for 2 days? No, it can't be. Well, I'm glad you got home the same day. There's still, I don't know, there's a bit of confusion about passenger bookings and they're having to take passenger bookings still as well. So it's all gone a bit Anyway, TJ Welsh, so glad I went to collect my new car on Monday before this debacle of a booking system came in. Yes, good for you.
I mean, I dare say that they're looking at the problems because they'll be hearing about them, so
I'm
they'll maybe
delighted
work
people
out
are just
something
getting over
better.
to do some normal things like getting a new car or whatever. So much more important than going to Primark or getting your hair cut.
Well, I read this morning somebody, they've had their car recalled and they need to go for the day and come back the same day and they can't book it.
Do you know, if you took all the headlines off the BBC this morning, anything to do with haircuts and anything to do with beer, there would be virtually no news this morning. It was all the fallout after the midnight opening and the pubs opening this morning or yesterday or whenever it was.
Yeah, and basically drunk people forget about social distancing.
Yeah.
I mean, Soho, I think, was pretty busy. Everyone's got smiley faces and certainly. I notice there's a lot. You haven't gone down this line. There's a lot of beards about.
No, I don't do that.
In lockdown, people they don't go to a hairdresser to shave.
I know for a fact it'll come out grey, that's why.
But you don't need a hairdresser to go to a barber's or a hairdresser to shave. So why now, because of lockdown, is everyone growing a beard? About 3 or 4 people I've never seen with beards before.
Well, it used to happen, didn't it?
Bushy beards.
It still happens on Aaron in the winter. Everyone, not everyone, but the men, a lot of the men grow a beard.
But we've had a really nice summer.
And I think that's them being their rugged, wintry, Grizzly Adams sort of thing.
I mean, it's going to be a bumper Movember.
Oh, whatever. I hope not. Steph Chadwick, I've still got a T-shirt to do for you, Steph. Sorry, I'd love to come September, October, and obviously it's more than a fortnight off, and Kinloch will probably get busy, so syncing will be a nightmare. Yes, it is. It will be. One of the accommodation providers is having a huge problem at the moment as well. I don't want to mention who that is, but I'm sure you can all guess. With the head office. Lindsay Patrick had the entire observation lounge to myself this morning on a fully booked crossing. We've heard that before.
Yeah, well, that was happening
bookings
on the car deck quite a lot when they said it was full and there'd be half a dozen cars. So I don't know what's happening there or when they make a decision. Or I always put it down to the fact there were too many passengers and they couldn't take the cars because of the number of people on the boat.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a funny one.
TJ Welsh is asking, are those guys the secret waxers, Heather? Beards, waxers, secret wax? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll explain it to her later.
Really
TJ, don't worry. Thank you.
I've bumped into a few people recently that I thought, wow, that's different. I'd imagine wearing a mask would be quite difficult with a beard. Mm-hmm. If you've got a big bushy beard, a mask won't really sit on it very well.
I don't have any experience with that. I just know that I steam up a lot.
Have you got your masks all sorted?
We've got masks to get sorted this week, isn't it? We've got all across Scotland. You have to wear a mask whenever you are in a shop.
Speaking of which, there was a note went up from my local shop, the Big Kitchen Stores, and I was in there the other day. They've got a great system going. They're really working hard down there. But they are going to start as of tomorrow. I know it's early and the legislation doesn't come in until the 9th or the 10th, but as of tomorrow, if you want to go into the shop in Whiting Bay, you need to use their hand sanitizer as you go in and have a mask. And even if you've done the hand sanitizer bit in the car before you come in, they want to see you doing it. It just keeps everything easy for the staff. And it's to keep them and, yourself and the staff safe. Okay. So it makes a lot of sense. Because it's quite a small shop, but they've got the system you go round.
Yep, I think everyone's getting all clued up with that. Certainly, we've got a little advert to play in a minute with one of our shops that are nicely decked out with all those sort of things, sanitising stations. Julie Barker's saying if anyone has issues with cancellations of accommodation bookings, Sheila Gilmore at Visit Aaron is compiling information to take to CalMac. Yeah, I'm sure she is. Sheila's a good compiler of information, aren't you, Sheila? So we get pinged emails from Sheila every day at the moment.
Well, they're still working away. I mean, they're working from home, Cameron too, and they're working away hard. So that's good. All
right, we're going to show you what's going on now. I did have a chance to speak to and walk around the shop with Lisa Morrison at Aaron Active yesterday. Unfortunately, Lisa was dressed up like a stormtrooper, so I couldn't hear much of the audio when I got it back here. It is just an iPhone video, so it was a very impromptu thing. So I've turned it into a little advert. But this is actually quite interesting. It shows what's happening at Aaron Active. They've changed a few bits and pieces around, and they've got an awful lot on sale at the moment.
Oh, they've got some lovely things.
They've got T-shirts down to $6.99, which is actually cheaper than us. That's dreadful. Anyway, here we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. I'll get there in a minute. Here we go. So that was Aaron Active. Rather cropped off at the end rather quickly. Sorry, that wasn't...
Some really nice things.
yeah, they've got some great stuff. But upstairs, they've got all the shoes at the front now, which you saw in the video. And you can just walk up there. There's hand sanitizing stations. And the big thing is if you're just going in for a pair of shoes, and you can go straight upstairs. Some of the hiking boots are still downstairs. Some of the Raker shoes, as you saw, are downstairs. But there's a lot of shoes upstairs. And there's
I think they've got more than they normally have for
yeah.
shoes and
Well, I
boots.
said that, and she said, no, we haven't. But maybe they're just a lot
Maybe
more
they've
spread
laid
out.
them out.
But there's a sales desk upstairs as well. So you can just go up, buy your shoes, and come out again. And you don't have to go through the whole shop, which is a really, I think it's a good idea. But there's sanitizing stations downstairs, upstairs. There's staff at the door not letting you in unless you're hygienic. So good. That's
Quite looking for. I need to go in and have. I was in a hurry the last time when I was in hanging the exhibition. I thought, quite a lot of nice things in there.
Yes, there's quite a bit in there at the moment, and it's all. The funny thing is, I was talking to Lisa, and you probably got the gist of that on the videos. That they've obviously still got stock left over that they bought for Easter, so they've still got wet weather gear. They've got welly boots and everything else that they would normally.
I mean, you need that all year round.
Well,
anyway.
you do, but normally at this time of year they'll go wholesale on the summer stuff, and he's done that as well. So he's managed to get everything in, so you can actually go in and buy, your full seasonal outfits in there, and a lot of it's on sale, so it's good.
Really good prices, actually. I did have
Yeah,
a wee look.
no, he's people say, oh, that's too expensive in Aaron Active, but it's.
I don't think it is.
I think it's. I mean, all right, he's a friend of mine, so we're going to say nice things about him. But no, it's not just that. It is actually really good stuff.
No, I think it's really good value. I think the prices are very reasonable, and the staff are lovely. I mean, they're very helpful.
We've frozen again. I'm just going to check the camera's okay. Oh yeah, we're back. Sorry, we're back now. Frozen up again. We'll get Yvonne in a minute saying we're frozen.
Well, we rely on that. We need it to do that.
Next door at Little Rock, we alluded last week that they were doing new things. I don't know whether he's really put the word out yet, but I was able to get in to speak to Ailey, and well, Chris interrupted, as you'll see. But
quite excited about this.
There's a lot going on. This is about 3 minutes, but it takes you on a complete tour of Little Rock at the moment. So, bearing in mind they're going to be open in a week's time. This is the current stage of Little Rock. This was your pet area.
This is the dog area.
And is it still the dog area?
It's still going to be the wee dog area, which is why we've done the deli down that side, so you've still got a wee separate bit for the dogs.
Right.
It's quite good, so it's quite a defined
And babies,
space.
obviously.
Yeah, babies.
Infants.
Do that bit.
So,
That's all our old table bases.
are you going to open this door up again, or is this one remain shut?
We might do. We'll wait and see. We've got 3 doors, so we might as well use them. Moving through here.
You got some junior assistants today as well.
Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah, old table bases
So
there.
we're back in the main bit of the restaurant, and this is the brand new floor,
Brand new floor.
and some awesome.
Yeah, that just
Corrugated.
went on last night, which is our new effect. So,
And you've got all your Venetian plastering as well.
yep, so that's been done courtesy of Pete the Plaster, Peter Howison. And then we've got our outside area, that's pretty much staying the same. Our till area's moved here now.
Okay.
And then we've got our brand new deli area.
And you've got a brand new deli.
Yeah, so this is really exciting. It's still to take shape. We're just waiting on certain things arriving, but that will happen as and when. You can't
Beautiful
hide that in
t-shirts.
them. Awesome t-shirts, courtesy of Aaron Graphics.
Yeah.
Lovely coffee bar. Eventually,
Over here.
when we're allowed to have people inside, we'll have stools there,
Yeah.
and that's courtesy of Mark Bunyan.
I was going to say, I recognise that
Yeah,
piece
it's
of wood.
absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got some of this at home, but you've varnished the.
Yeah.
the
We're going
linen
to be
daylights.
selling items such as breast enhancer for chicken rub
That's excellent. Thank you very much.
and baby pears. Who doesn't want baby pears?
Thank you, Chris.
Especially when they're that cute.
the breast enhancer is remarkable product.
Yeah, that one's called butt rub.
That's-
It's for beef.
Thanks very much for that, Chris. And you're going to have bar stools here?
No, this is my new cake area.
Oh, beg your pardon.
So
Right, okay.
yeah, we're going to have the old cake display was here.
Yeah.
So this is all going to be raised in different levels with crates and cleverly done, so you'll not see all the. And this is basically using up all the old doggy tables that we used to have through there.
All right.
And then down this area, I plan to have whole cakes. This is,
So it's virtually everything has changed in here completely, hasn't
yeah,
it?
we're
Really.
going to have whole cakes that you can just come in to take away. This is going to be the off-license area down there.
Right, so you're going to be
White wine
selling
fridge,
white wine fridge.
champagne,
Right, okay.
upmarket red wines, white wines, and eventually moving forward to next year whiskey.
Cool.
Um,
And what else have you got sort of deli-wise coming in?
Daily wise coming into these fridges are all going to be full. We're going to have, from a chilled perspective, charcuteries, olives, antipasti, homemade dresses, pestos. We'll have grab and go salad boxes. Plan to have freshly squeezed juices as well to come in and grab. Then we're going to have meals to go. So we'll have veggie, fish, vegan, meat. And then this area here is an island. But that's obviously still to be tweaked and stuff. And on there we're going to have, we're going to have oils, vinegars, pickles, things you'd expect to see in a deli. But we're calling ourselves a wee deli, so we're not going to do anything.
No, you're not going to be hanging salamis from the roof just yet.
No, just yet. You never know. That might be what we might be doing this time next year, because I didn't think we'd be doing that this time
the
this
big
year.
question is, when are we open?
Well, it was meant to be the 10th, but I think now we're looking probably more the 11th, and that's just because we're waiting on shelving, etc. And
Everything's up to the couriers.
everything.
Yeah.
We're actually in just in other people's hands just now. Extended delivery times, so we've just got to roll with what we can.
Cool.
But there's no point in opening until.
Well, I managed to get most of that without your face on it.
Oh, good, great.
Right, thank you very much. So that's Little Rock.
It's exciting.
It is,
And
it's
how
nice.
long have they got before they open?
Yeah. I know she said, we're hoping to open on the 10th, but it might be the 11th. I wasn't expecting it to say the 10th, but it might be the 30th. So, I mean, they're obviously working to a schedule, but apology if it's a bit loud, if it's a bit quiet, then you'll just have to play it back a bit later on and crank the volume up a bit. But it was all done a bit on the fly. But
It's quite exciting, so.
yeah, so they're going to be doing wines and nice. I've saw some of the stuff that they've got coming in, and it looks what you would normally want to see. Completely different kind of stuff.
The last time I saw anything that was remotely delicatessen style was when Barbara Ianson used to have the village shop in Whiting Bay.
Yep.
And I worked in there for a short time, which was a disaster because I just spent everything I had on the way up the
Yeah.
road. Just a nice selection of
I'm going to miss my delis in California this year, but
yeah.
I mean, as long as Chris has got his breast enhancer there, I think everyone's fairly set with.
Well, I was thinking more in the butt rub.
The butt rub. He did sort of tail off and disappear. I was trying to tilt the camera microphone away from him at that point, but yeah, he's got butt rub in there as well, whatever that is. But
I think everything they've done so far has been really, really good.
Yep.
So it's exciting. I think they'll do it well.
No, they're
Whatever they
cracking
do,
on
they
with
do
it.
well.
They're down there every day doing stuff. They're putting their vinyl on their shop frontage today, so I'm not going to go down and volunteer because I know what that kind of job's like. So,
So
just-
maybe the 11th.
I'm just gonna leave it to them. So, opening on the 11th, which is
It's not that long.
end of the week, isn't it? Yeah. So they've got quite a bit to do, but I think everything's they've been delayed because of national couriers, not the local ones, but the national couriers have not been bringing stuff up. I've had that issue as well, but yeah. So,
Exciting! I'm looking forward to going in
so
there.
there you go. Back to you then. What have we got?
I had a customer up at the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and he brought me some samples of things he's doing. We did mention briefly
I'll put the picture up. I've got it here.
Andrew Bell. So he brought me his coarse sea salt and coarse oak smoked sea salt. He's got a selection of different types of smoked sea salts.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. Will we open this one just to have a
What, the smoked one?
Yeah.
I'm going to do this, and it's going to go all over the floor, and then Dusty's going to come and eat it.
This coarse one actually would be really good for silk painting, when it draws the...
What?
I know, it seems a shame to
I
use...
think it's for cooking.
Yeah, I know, but you could use it for that too.
Not everything's got artistic.
Oh,
and-
yeah, it does actually.
Pretty well sealed, anyway. Oh yeah, it does have a. It is. It's
Oh, that's lovely. That's really nice.
It would be obviously going to be ideal with fish, isn't it? It actually smells just like
I would put that over tomato.
what's that Scottish soup they make?
Can skink.
Ham. Yeah, that it smells like that
Fish soup.
without the fish smell to it.
That's really nice. So he's doing a collection of these. That's the kind of thing you should maybe get them into Little Rock, a local artisan foods. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought in smoking salt.
Yeah, No, it's just one of those things. I don't know whether he uses the sort of stuff that I've got, the liquid smoke to do that. But then you would think that would dissolve the salt. So he's obviously got a secret method. But anyway, no, it's good.
Other
It
things coming
smells
from
really
him
good.
too. So yeah,
I'll be quite looking forward to you leaving me some of that before you go
I will
and
do
use it in
that.
some
I did
obscure
think- I did.
painting or something. So where can you get this?
Well, at the moment, I think you'd need to get in touch with him if you
All
wanted
right,
any. He's
okay.
not fully up and running. He's got the nuts and bolts of the business done. So hopefully quite soon he'll be putting things out because he's doing cheeses and butters and quite a few things that
Well,
are
he
a
watches this,
wee
doesn't
bit
he?
different. He does, yeah.
Well, he can
so-
tell us when people can get it then. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, on one of these rare occasions, what did I say about Mark Bunyan? And when we came off air last week, that I had to be very careful reading Mark Bunyan's things out before I actually read them out. And I've just read that one, and it's actually quite safe. But Mark, you're too late. Can we please have a mention for Ian Staples and the rest of the co-op voucher winners? I think we did that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did that. I did that at the
yeah.
beginning.
If you joined us at
no,
the
it was
beginning, Mark, you were,
fabulous.
keep up with the program, buddy. But especially Ian Staples. Yes, okay, we get that. Right, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
we've done that. We've done it. We've even advertised your bit of wood that you've got in Little Rock. What more? It's a Mark Bunyan show.
I know.
You've got something else written down there that you haven't crossed out
School award.
Hmm.
Haddon High School won an award.
for
Being a really good
longest
school.
time being closed.
No.
Most
Regent Banner.
harm made to single parents.
An inspection
Oh.
report said it was positive, caring and respectful environment for its learners according to a new report. That's really nice.
Where's Scott? Oh, he's out, isn't he? He's gone out and met his friends. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is a good school. It's got nice pupils too.
Yeah, generally they're pretty good.
Do you think they're all looking forward to going back? Or
I
are
don't
they a
know.
bit
We're gonna
nervous about it?
we're gonna try and get some of them recorded. I think would be the best way to do it. If you've got kids at the high school that want to be interviewed, then we're very keen. We've already sort of made a couple of inquiries about that.
Yeah, because we talk about it and what we think, but
Yeah,
it'd
it's
be
not-
interesting
it's
to
not
hear
fair
what
to-
the pupils are actually thinking about going back to school and how they've coped with lockdown.
Yeah.
So it'd be really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
let us know.
Chris Atkins is saying exciting developments. I think that's regarding Little Rock. Mark Bunyan, oops, and we'll just put that up actually, Mark, just to show that. So thank you for that. Now, I was, the reason for this show was initially that I was on one in California, and I haven't been on so much recently on their show because theirs is 11 o'clock in the morning in California, which is 7 o'clock at night here. And while the weather's been good, I've been outside with the dog or whatever, so I haven't been watching. And I hadn't
And
realised...
it's on a Sunday the same time.
Yeah, and I hadn't realised that they'd been taking the mickey out of me quite a bit while I'd been away and not watching the show. So last week when I went on, I had all this abuse from Craig Campbell and Francoise Rhodes in California. So unbeknown to me, Heather had written to them, and unbeknown to Heather, so had I. We'd both written to them and said, well, let's try and hook up with a show between us. I don't know how it's going to work. I have no idea whether the software is capable. They've got a whole production team in the background working their bits and pieces. So
We've also got fabulous weather.
yeah, but they're sitting in the back of the Chaparral Golf Club resort where Francoise lives. So I thought it'd be really nice if we could maybe just hook up for 10 minutes with those guys. We might have to do it recorded. We might be able to do it live. At the moment, it's early hours of the morning in California, but it would be quite cool to get them on board and see what they're talking about. Strangely enough, at last weekend's show that I was watching of theirs, they were sitting in the same room, which they have been doing in the States for some time, mentioning which restaurants were and weren't open. And this is on a COVID curve that's still very much going back up again. So, and the blame was being put on the rioters and stuff. And I you have to look at the commander in chief of this and say, well, we know who the blame is being put on, but we have to be quite delicate with it when you're talking to Americans because they're very, very politically focused at the moment, and you are definitely in one camp or another. And I noticed on their forum, any comments were made politically, they just completely ignore them. to avoid any inflammation of any tempers or anything else online. So California is generally very pro-Biden, but we have to just be careful of our
Could be Kanye West.
yeah. Kanye West, yeah, that was in the news today was it?
This morning, that was
He's
this
putting
morning's
himself up
headlines.
for president. Well, let's face it, they can't do a lot worse, but well, maybe they can. But
But I think out there, as it is here, a lot of people, although they're saying in certain areas that yes, in England you can open restaurants and you can do certain things. A lot of the businesses are choosing not to. They're making their own decision on this and choosing not to.
That's the problem.
Because they don't feel it's safe.
Yeah.
And I think that's happening more and more. I've been reading quite a lot about that.
Yeah, there's I don't know. I think America is having a serious problem at the moment. I'm certainly missing part of the enjoyment of my holiday in October because I always go out there. I've been going out there for 20 odd years now. I miss the build up to it. I miss the period in this part of the summer going through into the autumn of looking forward and planning the trip with Carter, because we don't just go to a hotel and sit in the pool all day. We'll do a big road trip or something, and I'm missing that aspect of it this year. God knows if we get out there next year even. We just don't know. So
I quite like being in holiday here. I kind of holiday
yeah,
here.
I know, but I think it's just what you get used to, and it's just
I
time.
have got something booked in November.
I like time away from everybody here.
I'm meant to be going.
Everybody.
I've got a harp retreat thing in November, so I think that might be okay. It's just a small group of people, So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well, no one's going very far at the moment, apart from Ryanair.
No.
They still seem to be flying. Dawn Leask is saying hi, Heather.
Oh, hello, Dawn. Hello.
Hello. Cheery hello.
From Aberdeen, yes.
All right. Okay.
In Aberdeen.
Very cheery. Right. Have we got anything else? Are we done?
I don't think so, not unless there's anything else in the banner you wanted to talk about. I think that's pretty much it.
No, as long as I saw my mum in there, I was quite happy. Mandatory face coverings on the ferry as well. We, I shouldn't be showing you these because I've told everybody we've sold out. Our buffs, you can buy buffs Aran Active, the real buffs, the branded ones. Our ones, we're going to try and stock them as soon as possible, but we're waiting for another delivery of new ones coming, which will be a couple of weeks, I would think. Yeah, it's mandatory now on the ferry and in all the shops as from middle of this week. So
I've started wearing a mask now.
I don't know
and I'm
where
going
they
in
draw
just to
the
get
line.
into
What
the
happens?
habit of
I mean,
it.
will people pull their t-shirts over their faces if they get really stuck?
Well, we might end up with, remember in the early days, we put some photographs up of people being very imaginative with
Yeah,
how
I
they were
think
going to make their masks.
I think Mark Bunyan's actually
Underpants
making
over your head
making
or-
a wooden one. It looked like Iron Man or something going in the shop, but yeah, work on it, Mark, please.
It makes sense. It does make a lot of sense.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely not going to be harmful, so it's going to help.
I think there's going to, as you intimated, I think there's going to be a lot of funny pictures on the internet at the end of this year with people wearing different masks. We've already shown a few from the States earlier on
I know.
in the
I
year,
mean, some of them are quite fun. I feel some companies that they're almost cashing in, with the screens and the masks, and if you go online, everybody's.
Well, I spoke to my printing company and they said, I said, where's my normal print manager? Because I deal with a trade-only printing company, and the managing director said, oh, he's on assignment with our sister company, so-and-so, Masks Limited. I said, oh, yeah, when was this set up? And he said, well, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They are kind of jumping on the
Well, wait, I mean, the
bandwagon
thing
a
is,
bit.
they need to be able to buy masks.
Yeah, I mean, I get emails all the time from China offering me pallets of masks for next to nothing, but... No, I'm not into making money out of a virus, I don't think.
No.
Mark Bunyan says he's already on it.
I can't wait.
Nice oak, Mark. Oak will be good. Big oak mask. So see how manly you can be with that on your head. Not like the man in the iron mask, wouldn't you? Right. Okay. We've survived without so much as we had a small.
Oh, we had a very small blip.
A small blip, but that was it.
Froze for a wee while, but
Anyway.
that was all.
Yeah, it's,
Thanks for tuning in.
Oh, he's making a bark one, he says. Right, okay, whatever, Mark. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. We will continue to try and get round to people. We want the alpaca guys to get in touch with us this week if possible, if we can get down and see them. But anybody else that's wanting us to pop in and do a little bit of video, we don't charge very much at all. And I think maybe I will run my camera around the Castle Gardens as well,
Just see what it's looking like.
just to
yeah.
see. Take my lawnmower up, maybe give it a quick give it a quick trim. Got just a message here from Mick. We went to Morrison's here today, and the number of people without masks is unreal. What part of it don't? Yeah, I think. Well, they're just not going to let them in, are they? From whenever it is, the 9th or the 10th or
Yeah, it's
whenever
not
it is.
that far away. I mean, I think people are starting now. More people are wearing masks now just to get into the
I
swing
think-
of it. I've got them in the car. I've got them in my bag. You know, like
I think the shops will make a bundle on this because I think they'll have them sitting in the door, and if you haven't got one on, they'll sell you one. Otherwise, you're not going to get in. So,
well, until it
You know.
sinks in that that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the way it's going to be.
and a quick cheers from Mark Harwood.
Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark. And we better go. I've got a dog to walk while it's dry.
Could be a short time.
I know.
See you next week. Same
gonna be nice
time,
tomorrow.
same channel.
It's going to be nice tomorrow. What colour bin is it tonight? Is it a blue bin week?
Blue, I think.
Blue bin week.
I think.
Heather told you. Right, we'll see you later.
Bye now.